Hour number 2 of the Rich Eisen Show is on the air. We had a nice chat with Leonard Fournette in our first hour of the program. Matthew Modine is joining us here in just about 20 minutes' time to celebrate the release of Full Metal Jacket on digital and the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo pack. That sounds like something that you'd get from fast food or something like that. Hey, everybody, the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray combo pack and digital. Originally released Full Metal Jacket, June 26, 1987.
Wow.
1987. Man, oh, man. So there's that. And so much to talk about with him. It's one of my favorite Kubrick movies.
Yeah, no doubt.
What's your favorite Kubrick movie?
Well, I would say that's probably the only one I've ever seen, to be honest.
The Shining?
No, Full Metal Jacket.
Have you never seen The Shining?
No.
Oh.
I don't like scary movies.
Oh, my gosh.
It's more of a psychological thriller.
Yeah, it's not scary. Again, I mean.
You've never seen 2001 Space Odyssey then?
Nope.
You've never seen Clockwork Orange?
Nope.
You know what? I don't know how to take this. I know you're from a different age and a different era. But the fact that then you turn around and go, dude, you've never seen Jurassic Park? It's just like, come on. Like, I should never hear from you ever again about my blind spots in terms of movies.
Your blind spots are just as big as mine.
Dude, I just named you some of the most iconic movies in the history of... Hold on a minute. No.
Iconic to you.
No. And I choose this word to understand it's not just to me. It's the most iconic movies in the history of cinema. Hold on. In the history of film.
Great. I mean,
okay.
Fact.
You're talking about movies. I'm talking about cinema. I'm talking about film.
Do we have to go down this road again? Like, nothing from the 40s and the 50s. I understand these movies were in the 70s, but...
Yeah, but...
They don't age well, bro.
Oh, dude.
So it's like,
okay.
I'm not interested.
Clockwork Orange, 2001 Space Odyssey. If I'm not mistaken, doesn't Sarah have a 2001 Space Odyssey?
Well, she has this
photo in your.
She has these things that are like pictures of all the villains and heroes.
Right.
So there's like 20, 25 on each one.
There's Hal, the computer.
It's on there. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it means.
You need to. Honestly.
I don't need to.
Yes, you do.
I've lived my whole life.
I don't need to see Jurassic Park.
40 great years not seeing these movies.
The Shining.
And I've done great.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
right.
You have to at least watch The Shining.
Right.
At least watch that one.
Is that the red rum thing? Like,
yeah.
You don't get the Here's Johnny reference?
I have like all kinds of nightmares as it is. I don't need to see these movies to like freak me out again.
I got to tell you,
I'm fine.
This doesn't build my case about
I've made it.
Different eras and things of the nature that it doesn't matter. But I remember being home alone. Now, I wasn't left by my parents like Kevin, but I remember being home alone, all right, in my parents' room watching The Shining because we didn't have TVs all over the house as a kid.
Right.
All right. And I was in my folks' room watching The Shining. And I did, in fact, make sure I must have been maybe I could have been a teenager or something like that. I remember I made sure the windows were locked halfway through. And I did, as I'm sitting there, jump out of my skin when my parents' VCR went off to record something on another channel set on a timer. And I heard that click, click go, and I jumped out of my skin. The Shining is...
Yeah, I mean, that's not appealing to me.
But, dude, I'm not a horror movie guy at all.
Me either.
I'm with you, Chris.
This is art. Dude, this is Kubrick. Stanley Kubrick. You've seen Eyes Wide Shut, though?
I mean, not all the way through.
I mean, that's not the first one I would say, hey, you got to start. I mean, there's even another film called Barry Lyndon. There's so many Kubrick movies you need to see. Nobody makes movies like him. Nobody ever made a movie like him. And the fact that he then turned his attention to the Vietnam War was significant. And again, we'll talk about it with Matthew Modine in a second, get to your news update in less than that. But there is, it's the first half of the movie is in basic training, and the other half of the film is in the battlefield. And a lot of people, you included, thought that it became less than when it went to the battlefield because of how intense it was in the basic training.
Right.
And part of it also was coming out in 87. When did Platoon come out? Wasn't Platoon just like 2 years before or something like that, or right around then? Was it about
a year before?
Year
86.
before,
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, how can we get a more harrowing, real depiction of the Vietnam War when we've already gotten Apocalypse Now and The Deer Hunter, and then Platoon, and now here comes Kubrick's take on it. That's a hell of a movie, but you've got some serious cinema catching up to do.
Nah, I don't.
Wow. I wonder what Sarah thinks about all that.
My movie like that was Amityville Horror.
Yeah, I
It wasn't a
didn't.
Kubrick movie, but I watched that and I was.
Well, because I didn't want to see it either because I'm from New York and I knew that Amityville, New York existed, and apparently this was based on something true, and I'm like, no way, no thank you, you know?
I remember sleeping in a room that had a rocking chair the night I watched it.
I'll tell you this.
And there was a big rocking chair
Forget
scene.
it. No way. I'll tell you, too. I've never seen beginning to end Nightmare on Elm Street. I've never seen that.
Yeah,
You know?
not as an adult.
No. I'm not into it, but The Shining's a different story.
We just
It's
grew up
Nicholson,
watching.
my
we just
God.
grew up watching different movies. In my house.
Scatman Crothers.
Catman. Yes.
Spoiler alert. I don't want to go any further.
Danny.
I love this movie. I could sit here and I know all the lines. I've probably seen it about 10 times. How about that? They shot it in reverse. They shot the war scenes and then
That's wild.
the basic training. And there was a scene in the war scenes took a month to shoot.
For like 3 minutes.
Dude, we obviously this is totally different. This is not cinema. This is not film. What if I ever came in and you questioned the way that I want to do the show? And I compare myself to Picasso or Beethoven.
I would start laughing.
I've invited you over to my house many times. We're having dinner, and you want to talk work, and I'm like, excuse me. Nobody asks Picasso. Nobody asks Beethoven.
Oh man, I don't know what I would do.
I want to do that one day and just see who would react first, you or Susie. Right? All right. There's also another movie I didn't even mention, Dr. Strangelove from 1964. Dude, laugh all you want. It's
Look, man,
truly one
I'm
of...
sorry.
it's-
Something 60 years old, I'm just not interested in
But-
2020. Like,
But you
I'm
should
just being real.
I'm telling you, these are films that you would enjoy.
I doubt it.
They're why? Because they're old?
I'm just not into it. I'm not into something where I have to. I want to be entertained. I want stuff that's gonna. I want blow
why
up.
is
I want
something-
blowing up. I want to laugh.
Well, Dr. Strangelove, something does blow up, and people who have seen it know exactly what I'm talking about. Spoiler alert.
Look,
Dude.
it's fine. I'm not gonna be able
Peter
to convince
Sellers,
you,
George C. Scott.
but it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to get mad that I'm not into these movies. Just like I'm not gonna get mad
No, I
that
will
you don't
get
like
mad. I will get mad
Jurassic
about it.
Park
No, I'm
and
gonna get mad.
Goonies and stuff. Like it's fine. We can coexist.
So we just, on our Peacock segment, because we come back earlier before commercial break, I just said another, I mean, some amazing films. Spartacus, Lolita. Again, I know that's 1960 and 1962, and then Dr. Strangelove, 1964. And you're like, forget it.
Forget it.
And you're
not
like,
interested.
you're not interested. And I said, why? Because you said, are they old? And you said that basically, yes, you don't want to be that you don't think something
basically,
that
yes.
old can be entertaining in 2020.
I also just don't think a movie specifically, music is different, but a movie 60, 70 years old, it just doesn't hold up.
You're so wrong.
It's
Have you
okay.
ever
We're
seen-
allowed
No,
to
no, no, no.
disagree
You're
about
so
this. You
wrong.
can't just tell me I'm wrong. That's my opinion.
No.
Opinions aren't right or wrong.
I guess, you could say that, but you'd be wrong.